Hello students, welcome back to my channel Poonam Maths by Poonam Shukla. In this video, I'll teach you about Euclid's geometry. So before starting about Euclid's geometry, I'll give you slight introduction about the geometry. So what geometry is? Geometry is a branch of mathematics which was studied in various forms in ancient civilization. The geometry comes from the meaning of geometry. The geometry word comes from measurement of geo. Geo means earth. At that time, it was used to measure land. Euclid, a teacher of mathematics in Alexandria in Egypt, collected all known work and arranged it in his famous treatise called Elements. Here we will learn some Euclid's definitions, axioms, and postulates. So about definition, we all know. We know what the definitions are, but what are these axioms and postulates? We will learn here. Euclid assumed some certain properties, so which were not to be proved. These assumptions are actually obvious universal truths. We divided them into two types, axioms and postulates. What are these axioms and what are the postulates? So axioms were the assumptions that were used throughout mathematics, not only to the geometry, whereas postulates were the assumptions that were specific to the geometry. So this is the difference between axioms and postulates. Now we will start from Euclid's definitions. So here are some definitions which we can consider in 4 steps from solid to points. Solid to points means solid, surface, line, and points. Surface means plane, which we all know, plane. So a solid, in each step, we lose one extension or one dimension. A solid has 3 dimensions. We all know solid has 3 dimensions. This is solid shape. Suppose I have made one solid shape. So it has length, height, and this is breadth. So this is 3D form. 3D means 3 dimensional form. A surface has 2 dimensional. Surface means plain paper. You can say plain paper. You can say top of the table. So this all have 2 dimensions, length and breadth. A line has 1 dimension. Line has only length, not breadth. And a point has no dimensions. So it is losing 1 dimension one by one. In 4 steps, we can learn these definitions. Now we will go for Euclid's axioms. Some Euclid's axioms are here, and in the sequence, if we will learn, it will be helpful to solve the problems. So first is things are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. Suppose here is one thing A and one thing B, right? And one thing C. So if we say A equals to C and we say C equals to B, so what will happen? What it says, things are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. Same thing is equal to A and same thing equal to B. So these things will be equal, it says. So axiom 1 says this. Axiom 1 says this, A equals to B. If equals are added to equals, the whole are equal. Equals are added to equals. Suppose A equals to C and we are adding some equal part, both side, left hand side and right hand side. So these were equal. A equals to C was there. If we are adding this equal part in both sides, so what will happen? The whole A plus B or C plus B will be equal. If equals are subtracted from the equals, the remainders are equal. That means if equal, these two are equal, we are subtracting some equal part from both sides. So what will happen? This will be this remainder. Now what the remainder is? Remainder is left hand side remainder is a minus b and right hand side remainder is c minus b. So both will be equal. It says third axiom says this. Okay, this is the things which coincide with each other are equal to one another. Things which coincide with each other, coincide means look similar. If they look similar, that means suppose this is line AB and this is line XY. These look similar, so it says AB equals to XY. The whole is greater than a part. The whole is this. Suppose whole is 5 kg and you are taking one part of 2 kg from it, right? Whole is greater than a part. So now this part, remaining part, what will be remaining part? Will it be equal or will it be greater or will it be smaller? Remaining part. So we have to check whole part was 5 kg and we have taken 2 kg part from it. So it will be remaining part will be 3 kg. So this is the fifth axiom says the whole is greater than the part. So whole was 5 kg and it is greater than 3 kg. That's it. Things which are the double of the same thing are equal to one another. Same thing. Things which are equal, which are double of the same thing. Things which are double of the same thing are the equal to one another. If A and B are equal and you are doubling it, so those will be equal. Things which are halves of the same thing. So A upon 2 equals to B upon 2. Initially, if these were A equals to B and you are dividing in halves, so those also will be equal. Now we will go for Euclid's 5 postulates. So postulate 1 says a straight line may be drawn from any one point to any other point. So that's true. These are the universal truth, but what it says that I am explaining here means from this point to this point you can draw. Straight line can be drawn from this point to this point, from this point to this point, any from any point to other point you can draw a straight line. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely. Terminated line, this line is terminated here, but it can be produced indefinitely. What says? This is postulate 2. Postulate 3 says a circle can be drawn with any center or any radius. This is the center and this is the radius. You can draw one circle. But suppose radius is the center is here and radius is this much big. So then also you can draw a circle. So this says a circle can be drawn with any center or any radius. Here, all right angles are equal to one another. All right angles, whether you are making small shape, these are the right angles. These all are equal of 90 degree. If you are making it bigger in this shape, then also these will be right angle and these also will be 90 degrees. So all right angles are equal to one another wherever you are making, no matter. Postulate 5 says if a straight line falling on two straight lines. So we will go ahead part by part. First, it says a straight line falling on two straight lines. These are two straight lines and another straight line is falling on it. Makes the interior angles on the same side of it. Makes the interior angle of same side of it. Either this side or this side. We have to take same side. Taken together less than two right angles. So if we are taking these angles together, so definitely these will be, what these will be? Less than 180 degree. How? See, this is the acute angle, isn't it? This is acute angle which is less than 90 degree. Suppose this is angle A and this is angle B. So A is less than 90 degree. And if B is suppose greater than 90 degree. Okay. Then also, if you are adding A plus B, angle A plus angle B, so one is greater than 90 degree, one is less than 90 degree. So definitely those will be less than 180 degree. Clear it? So then the two straight lines, if produced indefinitely, now if we are producing these two straight lines indefinitely, this side or this side, both side, right? Meet on that side, meet on that side, which the sum of angle is less than two right angles. So they will meet on this side where the sum of these two angles will be less than two right angles means 180 degrees. So this side they are meeting and this side they are not meeting. So five postulates is like that. So I will teach further topics in next video, and I will teach some more examples related to these axioms and postulates in another video. So till then, you can subscribe my channel and you can press the bell icon to get notifications for new uploads. Till then, have fun and bye bye.